Okay, so it's 5:21 and it's Friday, and I just remembered I had to make this. So this will probably be kind of short and rushed and not planned, and yeah, that's just how it's gonna go. But okay, so nobody's here, so this is really awkward. I hate talking like when it's so quiet. It's so weird. Okay. I should just redo this. No, I can't. Okay. Alright, so this week is Obsession Week, and I have like a lot of obsessions. Like, if you know me, you know I have a lot of obsessions, and like, they change a lot, and I don't know. Okay, so my first like legit obsession I had was Jackson Rathbone from Twilight, and he was Jasper. And then Tom Felton from Harry Potter, and those were probably in like 6th and 7th grade. And uh then God, Adam Levine. I'm sorry, I'm trying to like think of all this on the top of my head. Okay, so then Adam Levine, and I went to, I said this in my last video, but I went to like 3 Maroon 5 concerts, and they were perfect. And then Dylan, yeah, nope, Alex Constancio, Austin Mahone's friend. He was after that, and then Dylan, that Dylan, and that Dylan, and yeah, he's all over my wall. So he's kind of the obvious one, and then Dylan Austin, and then now I'm becoming obsessed with Hayden Moss on Survivor. And if you don't watch Survivor, you're not gonna know who I'm talking about at all. But you should look him up, because just like Google him and a whole bunch of pictures will come up, and he's really hot. Okay, so anyways, so I decided to talk about Dylan Austin because he's like, other than Hayden, he's like my newest one, and he's actually probably gonna see this because I'm probably gonna show it to him. So Dylan Holland, he gets on like, he used to get on You Now, and I missed one of his You Nows, and he used to get on like on Thursdays, and so I missed it, and I went to go watch it, and like, You Now is like a live broadcasting thing, I guess, and like, you go on and you get in like the queue or whatever. I don't know, it's hard to describe. But it's like live broadcasting, and when you first go to it, it takes you kind of to a room, and someone will be broadcasting there. Or you can, like, if you miss one, you can like look up the person's name and go to their thing, and I'm talking with my hands right now. Like, watch old ones. So I was gonna get on and watch Dylan Holland's, and Dylan Austin was like the room that came up, and I thought he was cute, so I started watching him, and it was like kind of towards the end, and oh no, it's really quiet. What the heck? Okay, I think my computer just broke. Okay, it's fixed. Oh, that's Dylan Holland. Okay, so this is so bad. Okay. So yeah, so I watched him. That's kind of towards the end and everything. And at the end, I like followed his Twitter and followed his Instagram and stuff like that. And I talked to him a little bit on Twitter, and then I started getting like that was like November was the first time I watched him, and then like that, like December and January, he didn't really get on a lot, and then he started getting back on like in the end of January and February and stuff, I think. I'm pretty sure. But um I wish I could edit this. I'm like the most awkward person ever. So he started like getting on more, so I got his tweet sent to my phone so I would know when he got on. So I basically like have watched every broadcast since November. I missed a couple in like December. And then like, he got on one time, and I'd been talking to him on Twitter, and he was like, Abby, is that the Abby you know on Twitter? And then he said, like, Abby Behan, because that's my name on Twitter. And then I, like, freaked out when he did that. But then we kept talking, and he did, like, some contests for pictures, and he never even sent those out. But he did a contest for people to win pictures that he was going to sign. I'm trying to get that poster out of the back because it's really awkward. That he, like, signed, and he was going to send them out to people. And he was, like, going to give me one anyways or something. And then, I don't know exactly what happened. Well, okay, so February, so we had a fire at my house, and in, like, February, and Dylan Holland found out about it, and he, like, got me, like, a box of stuff or whatever. And Dylan Austin knew, and he called me on Skype one night, and I was in the apartment. We went to an apartment for, like, a month. Or, no, it was, like, longer than that. It was so long. It was, like, the worst 3 months of my life. But we were in an apartment, and he, like, called me on Skype while he was on a broadcast. And so, like, he was on You Now and stuff. And then at the end, he was like, I'm going to send you a picture and, send you, and, I can't remember everything he said. Send you a picture and something, and he gave me his kick or whatever, and he, like, DM'd me and gave me his kick. So we kick all the time, and I was just actually talking to him earlier, and we were talking last night. I have a friend, Anthony, and Anthony has to be better than everybody, and I talk about Dylan a lot, and he's like, how much does he bench? Because I showed him pictures of him, and he's like, he has small arms, and he's not strong, and I'm stronger than him. So he's like, how much does he bench? So I kicked him last night and asked him how much he benched, and then he said he worked on toning and sent me a picture of his abs, and then I was like, and then he's like, sent me pictures of his arms or something, and I was like, okay, I get it. And he was like, you're fangirling, right? And I was like, yeah, no, not at all. And then I was like freaking out. I was like, all right, this isn't okay. But yeah, we just like, we talk all the time, and we'll do stuff like that. And he like sends me pictures of his, I shouldn't say that. Okay, never mind. Just forget I said that. And like we Snapchat and stuff. So that's basically probably my main obsession, actually. And so he was gonna go to Teen Hoot last February. Well, I think he did, actually. Well, I guess he did. I don't know. He said he did, and then I don't know. But, okay, so he went. He went to Teen Hoot in February, but I never got to see him. But I asked him if he'd be, like, my Valentine for Teen Hoot. And then I asked him, he's going, like, this February's. And I asked him if he'd be my Valentine, so he's going to be my Valentine in February. And I get to meet him on the 15th, and it's in 57 days. And I'm going to, like, probably die and cry and a lot. And I'll get to see Dylan Holland that day, too. And if you follow, like, my Instagram, and it's Abby B. Holland, too. All my stuff is Abby B. Holland. If you follow my Instagram, you'll, like, see all the pictures in February. And I'm seeing Dylan Holland tomorrow night. I'm going to a concert in Cincinnati. So you'll see all the pictures from that. And, yeah. And then I'll talk a little about Hayden because he makes my day. Okay, so he's on Survivor, right? So he's, like, really hot, right? And I'll put pictures of both the Dylans and Hayden up on our Twitter together and on mine. But so he was on Survivor, and I like followed him on Twitter and everything, and if like almost all of the times I've tweeted him, he's like favorited it. And then I tweeted him the other day because me and my mom's friend were like talking about him because he was my background, and we were like talking about him, and I tweeted that, and he like favorited it, and then he replied to me and was like, add a girl or something like that. And then he followed me, and I like freaked out. I was like, oh my god. And then I told my dad, and my dad knows I'm like obsessed with him. And he didn't even do anything. My dad was just like, okay, calm down. And I was like, no, I can't calm down. And so yeah, so those are my obsessions, and if you follow my main Twitter and follow my Instagram, you'll pretty much know who my obsessions are, and you'll pretty much get who everyone is, like, within a minute. Like, if you went through my tweets, I literally tweet about Dylan Watson, like, all the time, and Hayden, and I probably, like, tweeted pictures of Hayden today, because I looked at my phone Google earlier. Okay, anyways, alright, I talked too much. Okay, well, that's the end of this video, and I will put the pictures on our, whatever, those 7 fangirls Twitter, and yeah, that is my video for Friday, and I'm sorry, I'm weird and awkward. Wait, I did...